Deep within the Egyptian desert, under the sun that never slept and the never-ending dunes of sand, stood the Great Pyramid of Khufu, quiet, old, and full of secrets. Tourists arrived and departed, cameras clicking, footsteps echoing in the black halls, yet none of them had any idea what lay inside. They did not hear the soft whispers in the walls of stone. They could not sense the pulse beneath the floor. They had no idea that one of the mummies within was alive. He was Ka-Rek, formerly a high priest of the pharaoh, experienced in magic, guardian of scrolls, and keeper of ancient mysteries. It is thousands of years ago, in a great war of power, that Ka-Rek was cursed, not by others, but by his own miscast spell. He was to sleep forever, bound in gold and linen, guarded by sacred symbols and buried deep within the pyramid. But rather than sleeping, he remained awake. His flesh would not move, yet his mind remained awake. He heard the thud of camels in the distance, sandstorms scouring the rock, the archaeologists sweeping dust from status. All sound reverberated in his mind like thunder. Seasons passed, hundreds of seasons. Languages evolved. Dynasties collapsed. Machines whirred to life. Planes flew overhead of his jail. But Ka-Rek patiently waited. One day, something shifted. A team of scientists stepped into the sealed room, their boots crunching on dust that was centuries old. "Look at this," one of them breathed. "This sarcophagus has never been opened." Lights flashed. Cameras snapped. They had no concept that what they were about to discover was not a normal mummy. As the sarcophagus lid creaked open, Ka-Rek had air on his face for the first time in 3000 years. His parched eyes were shut tight, but he sensed something shifting. The sacred scarab amulet on his chest started to glow slightly, pulsing, like a heartbeat. The scientists gasped. Is that light?" one of them exclaimed, leaning forward. The instant a finger made contact with the amulet, the radiance exploded into a blaze of golden flame. A shockwave struck the chamber, displacing torches from walls and sand into a whirlwind. The scientists shrieked. And then, Ka-Rek opened his eyes. They were not a corpse's eyes, but radiant orbs of dark emerald, ancient and pulsing. The room became still. Ka-Rek sat up slowly, his linen bandages rustling like parched leaves. His voice boomed like wind in tombs. "Who has the temerity to rouse Ka-Rek, keeper of the scrolls?" The scientists retreated in shock. One of them let a tablet fall. Another fell to the ground. Only a tear-eyed young assistant, hardly more than 16, stood paralyzed, looking into Ka-Rek's eyes. I'm Samir," he trembled. We didn't intend to wake you." Ka-Rek stared at him, and something unusual occurred. He smiled. A papery, dry smile, but a smile. Then perhaps it was time. Samir, in contrast to the others, wasn't afraid anymore. He moved a step ahead and posed the question he had held in his heart ever since he was a kid. What secrets do the pyramid contain? Ka-Rek stood up slowly, creaking of bones, limbs stiff and strong. "Come," he said. "I will let you see what time has forgotten." He took Samir through secret corridors behind uncharted walls, through tunnels hewn with symbols that pulsed in soft blue light. The pyramids were not merely tombs, Ka-Rek breathed. They were knowledge machines, power storage, linked to the stars. As they moved along, Samir witnessed things he could never explain: piloted stones which traveled by will, lakes of liquid that showed not faces but memories, scrolls whispering age-old truths when unrolled. The pyramid was alive, a temple of lost science and magic. The other scientists, meanwhile, had run out of the room, locking it from behind them, thinking Ka-Rek to be a curse incarnate. But Samir remained. Days went by, however, within the pyramid, while outside hours alone passed. Ka-Rek taught Samir the ancient language of the stars, the chronicles of the gods, and the tale of his curse. "I employed forbidden magic," admitted Ka-Rek. "I wanted to keep our knowledge eternally, but the spell trapped my soul. I was a captive in my own tomb." Samir, his eyes filled with tears, told him, "You don't have to be alone anymore." And so, side by side, they discovered the last room, one final hidden chamber in which the reversal spell was inscribed on stone. Ka-Rek read the words with Samir's assistance, channeling his soul into the glyphs. Light filled the room, gold and blinding. When the light dissipated, Ka-Rek stood upright, not a mummy, but a man once more, dressed in gold and white, tears running down his face. He was free. But he knew the world beyond was not his anymore. "I have to go back to the stars," he said. But you, Samir, will take our knowledge with you. As the dawn broke over the sands, Samir appeared alone, clutching a scroll bound in worn cloth. No one took him seriously. The sarcophagus was vacant. The camera footage destroyed by white noise. But in his hand, Samir clutched evidence, a scroll that glowed softly with golden light and spoke in an ancient voice. The pyramid still breathes. And its guardian still watches.